There is an ancient secret, a hidden blueprint that the world's most successful individuals, those living the lives we often envy, have kept close to their chests. It isn't about inheritance, lucky breaks, or high society connections. Great thinkers like Carl Jung, who delved into the darkest and most luminous corridors of the human psyche, discovered this truth long ago. The elite have mastered the art of managing their own consciousness. They understand that the difference between stagnation and empire building isn't found in a diploma or an opportunist stroke of luck. It is hidden within the relentless, rhythmic conversation happening inside your head at this very moment. While the average person walks down the streets scolding themselves for past mistakes, the masters of reality are using their minds to construct their next victory. They don't use their inner voice to rehearse failure, they use it to rehearse triumph. This isn't just positive thinking or hollow motivational fluff. This is the very mechanism through which reality is birthed. As Jung suggested, your internal dialogue is the programming language of your life. Unfortunately, most of us are running outdated, faulty software, mental viruses installed years ago without our consent. But the masters, the spiritually fulfilled and the powerful, have learned to purge this code and install a new operating system that reflects the wisdom of the collective unconscious. They know that thoughts do not just reflect reality, they create it. Today, I am giving you that code. Inspired by Jung's depth psychology, I will show you how to reprogram your mind in just 7 days to transition from a limited existence to the life you truly desire. Right now, there is a voice in your head. It has been talking to you since you opened your eyes this morning. It is your most loyal, yet often your most cruel companion. Most people are terrified to realize that this inner speech is constructing their life experience breath by breath. We process roughly 60,000 thoughts a day, and staggering as it is, 90% of those are merely repetitions of yesterday's patterns. Same anxieties, same complaints, same limitations. But imagine if, in just 1 week, you could pivot that dialogue to align with the frequency of a sage or a high achiever. Your current life is a perfect mirror of how you have spoken to yourself thus far. If you struggle financially, listen to what you whisper to yourself about money. If your relationships are crumbling, notice your internal narrative regarding love and self-worth. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner landscape. For many, this relationship with the self is abusive. You say things to yourself you would never dare say to a friend. But by consciously engaging in the Jungian principle of bringing the shadow into the light, we can change the script. Most lives are lived on autopilot, a broken radio station playing the sad songs of past disappointments. You have the power to change the station. This cycle, thought creating emotion, emotion driving action, and action yielding results, can either be your prison or your liberation. Jung emphasized that the mind cannot distinguish between reality and imagination. When you speak to yourself as if you are already successful and secure, your biology responds, organizing your very cells to meet that expectation. This isn't faking it, it is aligning your dialogue with your highest potential. Over the next 7 days, we will embark on a 3-level transformation to rewire your neural pathways. Why 7 days? Because that is the threshold needed to break automatic patterns and build momentum. The first 2 days are for awareness and intervention. You must become a neutral observer of your own mind. You are not your thoughts. You are the consciousness that chooses them. Your task is simple. Catch yourself. Every time a limiting or critical thought arises, don't judge it. Approach it with the curiosity of a scientist. Ask, where did this come from? Does this serve me? Use the power of the stop or cancel technique. Literally interrupt the old program. Take a breath and choose a more neutral, supportive thought. Instead of I always mess up, shift to I am growing through every experience. You are moving from being a victim of your mind to becoming its master. On days 3 and 4, we move to replacement and redirection. This is the alchemy of the soul. You will begin to speak to yourself with the kindness you would offer a cherished child. Reframe your challenges. Instead of saying this is too hard, say this is building my strength. Change your I can'ts into I am learning too. This subtle linguistic shift opens doors that were previously slammed shut. Celebrate the small wins. Let your inner dialogue be a celebration of progress rather than a critique of deficiency. Finally, days 5, 6, and 7 are about elevation and embodiment. You stop speaking as the person you were and start speaking as the person you are becoming. This is about awakening the archetype of your highest self. How does your future successful self speak? What do they say when faced with a challenge? Embody that frequency now.
Combine these new thoughts with high-frequency emotions like gratitude and excitement. Gratitude is a potent fuel. Instead of complaining about the present, give thanks for the opportunities flowing towards you. Speak about your future as if it is happening now. As you do this, your body will respond. Stress hormones will drop, your immune system will strengthen, and your energy will soar. You will sleep better because your mind is no longer a battlefield of negative scenarios. You will notice a confident sleep that others can feel. When you stop attacking yourself internally, you stand taller and speak more clearly. People will be drawn to this new energy. Be warned, your old habits will resist. The old personality does not want to die. Jung called this resistance a sign of progress. When you forget or slip back, simply start again. Do not use a mistake as evidence that you cannot change. This is a sacred responsibility. No one can choose your thoughts for you. Your 7-day transformation begins with the very next thought that crosses your mind. Make it a thought of possibility, not limitation. Make it a dialogue worthy of the magnificent being you are. Your energy creates your reality. Start the most important conversation of your life today, and watch as the universe rearranges itself to match the new commander of your soul. Your future self is waiting.